Hi everyone, I'm Ranbir Hora, founder Godspeed Games, uh, and I've been in the industry for over a decade. And you're taking the experience from the industry. I'm here to share with you some of the key tips that should be a good starting point if you are planning to, start in this industry or set up a business in this industry. The first and foremost thing that comes to the mind is why gaming, and we all know where gaming industry has reached today, right? It is by far one of the most lucrative industries, and we have millions of investment flowing into this domain. And India, with its huge population of around 1.3 billion people, is one of the largest, potential customer bases in this world. With the increasing penetration of smartphones and the internet, the Indian market offers us a significant growth opportunities for gaming and sports tech companies together in today's market. With keeping this in mind, let's just delve into the topic about some of the tips that will help you to understand the industry and what you can do to better plan uh, by set up a business in this industry. The first section that we're talking about is, what do you do when you think about a new domain? The first thing to do is research. The first thing to do is understand the Indian gaming market altogether. You know, uh, it's something that is relevant for every business. Which for your business to be successful, you have to understand the market first. What works here, how it works, how you can make something work, what are the people's likings, etc. In the gaming case, knowing the gaming landscape in India and what are the people playing, you need to know your audience first. One can argue that businesses can create demand for certain content, but that requires a lot of investment and patience. So it's very important to go through the trends to understand what works in India, what works in the gaming landscape in India, including the popular game genres that have been working or generating good amount of revenue for different studios, and the platforms and the trend. You need to understand the audience, what they like to play, what the age groups, or what the differentiation in the age groups is, what are the regional interests, because we in India we have so many different regions and cultural preferences, right? So maybe what works in the northern part of India might not work in the southern part of the India, right? So you need to ensure that you do a huge amount of research before you actually decide into getting into this industry. And once you have that done, you go to the next slide, which is about creating a solid business plan. So you've done your homework, created research about the industry and how it functions in the industry. And now to do? What do you need to reach your goal? Well, you need a business plan. So it's simple. So draft a business plan that outlines your vision, the target audience, how we are going to make money, and how we are going to scale your business. And when you're presenting your business plan, you need to show what defines you compared to the existing studios. Are you bringing something new or remaking what is already there? Because remember, you have to be confident of achieving what you put in your business plan. You need to define your goals pretty clearly when you are drafting your business plan. And the most important bit is what you are going to create has to show that it has a potential in the market, and how you want to create business out of that content. Next bit is understanding the legal and regulatory considerations. So it's important to know the legal framework for gaming business in India, especially if you are a foreign studio who is looking to set up a shop in India, or you are getting into real money gaming, casinos, fantasy sports genres. And even for every studio, only when you understand the legalities, you can decide on whether you want to go for a private limited or a limited liability company or a limited liability partnership, etc. And the taxation as well, right? The taxation and accounting should also be a specific or important consideration. uh, Believe me, do not hesitate to take help from the experts who have been in this domain for years. This is what they do the best and are paid for you and paid for, right? And you can also ask about this to your friends and connections from the industry to understand more. But do take legal opinions, because legal people, they know more That's what their domain is, their expertise is. So always consider taking legal opinions before making any bigger decisions. Frankly speaking, I made this mistake which costed me few lakhs because I thought probably I know everything by reading online and stuff like that without consulting to anyone. I went ahead and did the initial business, which kind of costed me a few lakhs from my own pocket. But without much of the knowledge, it's always a tricky part. So I suggest taking understanding the legal taxation and legalities that are prevalent in India and ensuring that you have a clear and defined plan on how you are going to meet those compliances and regulations regularly. This is something again, like it's one of the most important bits when you are building up a studio, and a lot of different people don't actually right away focus on this. But believe me, a team that you create at the beginning will be the team that will help you to build your business. So you know, we know that gaming, even though gaming is on a boom in India, there's still struggle for hiring the right expertise and talent, and you will have to nurture talent that you hire people from different backgrounds. And as founders, it is our job to collate these efforts for a common goal. Now, training, knowledge transfers from the experts, self learning from the candidates is very important. And as a studio, you need to ensure that you hire people who are passionate about this industry and in one way or the other associated with the gaming domain. It's not just eventually it's not just about creating a team. You also have to create a positive work culture, a culture that fosters a collaborative and creative work environment. Because that's when people are motivated to work or creating something new or delivering what the promise is for, right? Next one, focus on localization. India, as we all know, it's a land of diversities, right? Here, in every kilometer, you will find a different dialect. People have different tastes, different preferences, and there are several cultural differences too. Now, if you're developing a content for the local audiences, you need to understand these differences. Pay attention to the language translations too. Most important, but is your user experience. Lots of different people who have different tastes play your games. Your game should be user friendly and accessible to a wide range of players. That's why localization comes into play. And if you have seen in the recent times, even some of the bigger IPs that are foreign IPs as well that have released in the Indian market, they are actually trying to localize their content, not in terms of the translations, but even from the content side. Creating characters which resonates to the Indian audiences, creating environment, creating maps which resonates to the Indian audiences. So it's very important that you focus on localization from all possible aspects. Next is engage with the gaming community. Gaming is always about the community, and unless you connect well with the gaming community, there's little chance for you to be successful. And in today's world, you should have a positive and interactive presence across different social channels, gaming forums, and try and attend the events where you can meet the real players and experts to learn from them. And it is also a good step to take player feedback before bringing the game to the mass audiences. Inviting beta players or getting playtesting done for your game helps you to build a roadmap for success. You should leverage all available options nowadays. There are so many social channels available. There are so many marketing content or marketing opportunities available. You can bring your content on YouTube. You can talk to influencers who can you can use their expertise to where they can play the game. You can get their feedback, or you can even ask them to share about the game if they like. There are different content creators nowadays available, which can help you increase your traffic or increase the news about the game that you're building up. Again, if when we talk about India, the most important bit is embrace mobile gaming. It's the mobile first approach in India. So with the smartphone penetration on such a high scale, there is no doubt that India is a mobile gaming market and has the full potential to be one of the biggest players due to our player base and mobile phone usage. And with the network connectivity also getting better every day, we can expect these numbers of casual and online gaming to grow to the next level. Hence, it's very important to understand this segment and have mobile in your business plan. It is also safe to say that you should have a mobile first approach while making games, especially if you are targeting Indian audiences. I mean, there are obviously people might differ. There are different opinions as well because there are indie games which are created for different platforms, PC as well. But if you compare, yes, if you are trying to target mass audiences, mobile, yes, mobile you can find in every single person's hand. So the next one is monetization strategies. Again, as it says, it's very tough to get it right in the first go. So, we have burned our hands in this specific section while creating our own games as well. So, you have to pay very much attention on monetization strategies. And India being a price sensitive market, getting your monetization strategy right is the core element for the success of your games and your business. And there is not foolproof plan for this, and hence I suggest to continuously test market and perform different A/B test scenarios until you find the best fit. The content has to be engaging for users, because unless it is engaging for the users, none of the monetization strategies will actually work in your favor. So you have to create content, keeping audiences in mind, and then work your monetization strategies according to the engagement that your content is able to create. Um, Always, this is something that is true for every business. I think customer is the king, or you can say for our industry, player is the king, right? So it's an important aspect, that in Indian market it's all about brand loyalty, because we are more price sensitive. The brand loyalty takes the back seat in our case, right? So, and due to this, you have to continuously explore new ways to keep your players engaged in the title, running live events, rewarding players for the participation in those events, and even constantly working to add new features and modes to the games is very important. In some other languages, or in the technical language, we call it live operations or game maintenance. For every business, it's important to keep yourself updated with the latest trends and the technological advancements, which could have a major impact on your player base. So, keep your eyes open and do the business, right? Uh, so eventually, for to conclude, we can say that remember, starting a gaming business requires perseverance, step adaptability, and a deep understanding of the Indian gaming market. With the right strategies and passionate team, you can create a successful gaming business in India. Consult people, talk to different people who have done or who have made their names in the market. People will be more than happy to share their experiences, how they have built, and what are the different, problems, or I would say wrong things that they did when they started, which obviously will be beneficial for you to understand so that you don't repeat the same mistakes that they did. So it's always good to talk to people, consult people when you are taking a leap into this industry and want to build something uh, of your own. So if you need any, if you have any questions or concerns that, or you need any assistance, in the next slide you'll find all the details where you can connect with me on Instagram or Twitter, or even on my website. You can find the email ID on my website as well. If you are working on building a gaming business, and I'll be happy to help you with any queries around building a gaming business in India, what kind of company you should set up, whether you should go for a private limited or a limited liability partnership. So I'll be happy to talk you through out of those. And uh, again, like different. Uh, if you want to talk anything and everything about gaming, just give a shot. Funding, platforms, marketing, user acquisition, whether you should go for consoles, mobiles, how to do live ops, how to do DevOps, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you out on that. I hope this brief information helps you in creating your own company, or at least taking out or planning out the first steps in building your own business. Take care. Get in touch if you have any questions. Cheers.